Hello everyone. What are we doing here? Let's get your tabs grouped on the go. I don't care. How's everybody doing this morning? This is my first, proper morning stream. We'll see how this shit goes. So this is it's gonna be a kind of a co-worky stream. I've already been in for a hot minute, so a lot of my stuff for the morning is complete right now. We're just going. We're just doing. What are we working on right now? Okay, we are still working on defense, which I'm into. We're gonna go just grind out some defense today. I found out last night in looking at the achievements, I actually found out when the God, morning streams are hard. I'm still waking up and I'm still drinking my coffee. I haven't had any cigar yet, so this is the first one I'm having today. I'm just it's tricky. It's tricky to talk and be a person. Twitch considers days off of GMT, which means that it's tomorrow to here at 7 p.m. Good morning, Mother. I was just talking about how being a person in the morning is hard. I don't know if you were here for that part. Using words and saying things is difficult. This is Runescape. This is a game that you paid for 20 years ago. Monthly subscription. How's your morning going? How did you sleep? Yep, there is a membership option. So, bear with me. See this map here? This section. You got that wall there that curves around and goes down this way and then goes over here. That area is free for anybody to play. This central area. The rest of this is the members area that you have to pay for. Some of this is free too, but I'm not getting in that. So all this is all paid for content. But there's still a lot to play right in here. It's been around for a very, very long time. And yeah, so I'm just going and doing some leveling up here. I've got all my stuff on. I've been at work for an hour already, so I knocked out as much as I could. And I'm just kind of doing my morning wake up and seeing how this feels, right? Seeing how it feels to monitor the inbox and make sure that I'm responding to stuff, and I've got two phones open and kind of I'm talking to the sides. The mic might be weird. Just doing stuff and seeing how it goes. But it is much more difficult to do this in the morning than later in the day, because I'm not a person. Oh, so that's what I was talking about. I'm trying to do the whole stream every day in August thing. And along with that comes a there's a Twitch achievement for streaming 25 days out of 30 days, which I want to get done. And I found out last night when I was looking into it, because I was like, I wonder when. This is something I was looking at before, right? Because I had streamed at 11 p.m. And I was like, I don't know if that counts. Like, when do they do it on West Coast time or what? Turns out they do it on GMT, so Greenwich Mean Time. And that means that if I'm not streaming, like 7 p.m. is midnight. 7 p.m. is when it turns to tomorrow. So I was going to stream last night, but I was like, you know what? It doesn't really matter so long as I stream before 7 p.m. on Tuesday. So I might stream before 7 p.m., which I'm doing right now, and also after 7 p.m. We'll see. Depends on how the day goes. But it's called an MMORPG, massively multiplayer online role-playing game. And you have all of these skills here, right? And these are also member skills. Construction is a member skill, Hunter is a member skill, Slayer, Fletching, Thieving, Herblore, Agility, Farming. The rest of them you can do for free. And like rune crafting lets you make runes to use in magic. Fletching lets you make arrows or bows to use in archery, ranged, right? So like all of these do different things. I forget that I can't pull up the menu while I'm fighting. I'm currently training my defense because I want to be able to put on better armor. I have armor on an account that I had started not too long, like sometime during my unemployment, that I bought really nice equipment and gear on that is just sitting there. And since I started a new account for this, I need to put a fresh account on there. That will be interesting to people. Cool. Oh, son of a bitch. I gotta click on those before we do a thing. So, this kind of tells you what defense is, and then here you can see at the different levels, like at level 10 you're able to wear black gear, at level 20 you're able to wear mithril, at 40 is the highest that you can get. 40 is the highest that means anything to a free player, and it allows you to wear rune gear, light blue stuff. And it's 60 is dragon. That's all. Everything after is members gear. And I think that's actually, yeah, members only, members only, members only. But better armor helps you... Just stop moving around. Better armor helps you survive longer. I'm curious... I don't think I ever got to the HAM follower, I can't remember. I don't recall, like, if thieving matters, so to speak. Like, the chests probably do for quests and stuff like that, but I don't know how valuable... Okay, Sorcerer's Garden minigame. Can steal cowbells from dairy cows, okay. Pyramid Thunder, room 2, room 3. Oh, Pyramid Plunder all the way to room 8, alright. Yeah, I don't know how meaningful and valuable and all of that thieving actually is, because I've never really played with it. I don't think I played before thieving was a thing. Oh, I want... No. This is it. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I played the game before thieving was added, because that was apparently added in 2002, and I was in 5th grade in 2002. And I don't think I played this game until middle school. So I think that was... I think that was well in the game before I showed up. It is crazy to think about, though, the fact that the game has been around and operational and, like, functioning and something in the public eye for almost 30 years now. This is aggravating. I hate when they get the folds, like folded tobacco up at the top. It's like they shoved one last piece in, and now it always falls out. Orange Balit. I don't know if I'm supposed to be quiet and not call you out, or if it's because it's like a co-worky kind of stream. What? How are you doing today, buddy? Sleepy. Yeah, it's early for you, right? It's 8:20. I appreciate you coming on in so early in the day. Morning streaming is weird. Oh, fuck. I've been at work already for a hot minute. So I have hey, I think cowhides went up. I think they used to be 142 on the Grand Exchange. Yeah, it's been like I already got a bunch of shit done today. But I definitely want another cup of coffee. This is such a nice game to have on, because like if shit hits the fan and like things are going to a point where there's, you know, somebody emails in and is like, my whole everything is on fire. Like I can jump on that, and this is just like here, you know? It's very nice. It's a very nice morning game. It's a very nice community-y interaction game. I'm happy with it all across the board. And I'm so glad that I'm back into playing some Bugsy. Welcome, my friend. How are you? Have you slept? You were also in Tazzy stream 8 hours ago. How's your day going? Have you slept? Is this now just who you are as a person today? Thank you for being here. I keep waiting for, like, me to look down. I'm alright, I have slept. Oh, good, good. I'm very, very glad. I was gonna be like, my friend, you need to go knock out. What is the name of the lad murdering beef cows? Are you talking about myself? Because my name is Accidental. Huh? Huh? Accidental. Axedental. Makes me very happy. What are all y'all doing? I don't know what time it is for anybody except for obviously Orange Bleed, who I already called out. But like, do we have work today? Are we morning people? Are we night people? I'm a night people. I'm a night human being. So this is, having such an early job is not where my body likes to be. Which is honestly part of why I'm doing this. To try and get... See, words are hard. It, like, to hopefully instigate waking up a little bit. I can't be doing all-nighters anymore because I work all the time. Yeah. No, that was... I loved... Like, I didn't enjoy being unemployed, but I loved the schedule I was able to keep when I was unemployed. I was up until, like, 3, 4 in the morning, and then waking up around 10. And I was very, very happy. Like, my life was working, my body was working. Now I'm like... I try to go to bed at 10, and I'm like, I'll just lay here awake for 3 hours, it's fine. Like, no matter what I do, I just cannot, like, my body doesn't want to fall asleep that early. I just lay awake in bed if I go to bed too early. And then sometimes I'll just stay up too late, and then it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I only get 4 hours of sleep. But what are you gonna do? Are you... Accidental is using a sword. Is there... Oh, you would prefer I use an axe? I don't actually know... Like, I could get, like, a hatchet. I don't know if I have access to, access. Oh, I probably do have access to them. Let's check. Let's check here. So, members can make those felling axes, scimitars. There's a battle axe. There is a battle axe. I can't make one of those until smithing level 10, though. Bugsy, are you a work from home person, a work from work person? Yeah, it's not until I get, like, into membership and a little bit higher level. Like, that's a nice looking axe. I'm counting the halberd as an axe. Ooh, Emberlight's pretty. Oath plate? That's a Stormlight reference. Reshape. Okay. See, there's a crystal axe, but that's at 76 crafting and 76 sorting. It's like, give me some time, you know? Oh shit, that's 85 smithing. Okay. I'm looking at smithing because that's... Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. We're good. It's fine. What do you want? Why? In-home care, so it's work from home, but not yours. Makes sense. Ah, it's you, accidental. I've been asking. You've been slacking in your study, so it's time for an exam. I didn't pay. Yeah, it's like it should be like 5-ish. I thought $7.99. I thought per month for. Do you have a RuneScape account? Do you have like a robust leveled RuneScape account? Second tab opens 15 cards and a hint. Discover 3 cards related to the hint and select them and confirm. Pick the object that should come next in the pattern. Okay. Okay. Yard is a fine puzzle for landlubbers. I'm going to go probably the hook. These are always tricky because it's like, what do you think is the answer? Is this a pirate sword? Is this a pirate mug? You know, like, that's pretty obvious. Is this an eye patch? Is that supposed to be an eye patch? And is this a fish? Let's see. Nope, see. Find the pattern. Look at the objects and get the connection. Yeah, so chef's hat, chef's apron. Great. Jen came out of the shower, and apparently Addie is reading by herself. Like, she chose to, like, read by herself. She can read by herself. She's been able to read by herself. But she chose to read without being told to. That's what's happening here. Let's go to this door. From a long ass time ago, and it seems they redid some levels because he's only 157, level 157 now. Like total level, or like combat level? Because like combat level 157, like Jesus. Total level 157. What's your smithing? That's what it boils down to. Ooh, read Book of Knowledge. Let's... What should I put my points into? Probably prayer. I should basically always do prayer. Prayer is a lot. Can I check the Grand Exchange from here? Loot tracker, high score, time tracking, world switcher, Grand Exchange. Search. X. You can't see any of this, which is irritating. Battle axe. God, it goes so like bronze battle axe is 50 gold. An iron battle axe is 34. Steel is 226 gold. Black is 570. Mithril is 1400. Adamant is 2200. Rune is 25,000. There's a big jump from adamant to rune. Yeah, good. Those are done. Gotta remember to keep clicking on other things here while I'm working. Man, it's so damn humid out here. It rained a bunch yesterday, which dropped the temp this morning, which was great. But it was super, super humid this morning, and now I know it's gonna get hot and it's gonna like skyrocket. And heat index, is that the real feel? H Bomber guy updated his Patreon at midnight or so. And he put out the first 35 minutes of his new video. And apparently there were like, there's a bunch of like life updates. I haven't looked at it yet because I have not been subscribed to his Patreon in a hot minute. Combat path. Oh my god. Just let me look. I don't care that I'm fighting a thing. Let me look at shit while I'm fighting things. Yeah, that's mithril defense. Oh, neat. That shows how much actual experience I need to, like, got it. Got it. So this is a replacement for this, which is fascinating. Okay. I always have to reframe how it works because it is cumulative, right? Like, I need to get 2 billion experience in a thing to get up to level 99. And once I hit 150 experience, then I go to level 2. And once I hit, 320 experience, I go to level 3. And, like, it's just kind of like a threshold of how much experience you have. As opposed to level 1 takes 150, and then I have a bar that says, get to 170 for the next one. I start at 150, and then I get 170 more to get to 320, kind of thing. Doesn't make a difference, like, in mechanically effect, it's just interesting to me how they have it set up, because this is like, here, 4,400 experience is what you need to get to level 20. Good to know. That means I need to do 1,100 damage, 1,118 damage or something like that to get all the way up. But again, what I'm trying to do here is just get my defense up to 40. I don't think strength lets me use anything. Strength weapons. Okay, so I do need strength to use war hammers, not to use battle axes though. Halberds for members, right? Yeah. And then a bunch of member stuff. Members. Yeah, it's just the weapons, and it's just bronze. It's just warhammers for strength. So I need defense at 40 and attack at 40, and I'll be set and ready to go. And it doesn't matter. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. It doesn't matter what enemies you're fighting, truly, because it's, if I'm not mistaken, and feel free to correct me if anybody's out there that actually knows, uh, you get X experience per like damage you do. So the benefit to fighting higher level, more difficult mobs is like they have more health, and then obviously um, other gameplay factors like higher level mobs will drop things that are not raw beef, cowhide, and bones. You know what I mean? Rewards. Um, so like yeah, the higher level mobs are gonna drop, you know, actual loot and stuff like that, and they have more health. So I don't have to find like right now. There's a bunch of cows and they keep respawning really fast, so it doesn't matter. We're all good. Um, but a higher level mob is not going to give more than 4 experience per damage done. To my knowledge. To my knowledge. Everything is going to give 4 experience per damage done. So, I might be wrong. I don't think I am, though. But yeah, so, like, Addie has been very, like, she's in a phase of talking back and, like, rebelliousness and stuff like that. She basically, like, reaching that 10-year-old, 11-year-old kind of, like, vibe. And so we're, you know, we're correcting on that and showing, like, you know, consequences and, okay, like, you want to be a jerk, then this, yada, yada, yada. So this morning, she always fights us on reading. She loves reading. She loves stories. She loves doing it. But she hates being told to. Because for some reason that child doesn't like being told what to do. I don't know why. And this morning she decided to read her chapter book on her own. So Jen texted me and she was like, are you good with this? This is what, like, I would love to give her a reward for that. And her mom. 100%. It's both of us. She was genetically engineered to be the captain of her own ship. So she like super lost TV, you know, in this whole process. And as a reward for doing the reading on her own, Jen and I both agreed. We were like, yeah, absolutely, TV, good. Clavio. Someone's doing magic over here. Sure, that's fine. I just got access to one of the tools that we have. And I've got to figure out. I don't exactly know what the goal is here. Hold on. Yeah, that doesn't help me though. I'm gonna attack this cow, and then I'm going to be right back while I go and check on my wife and child, now that they're like properly up. I'll be right back. I was going so long. Yeah. Chicano. Chicano. That's my mother. My mother was on the phone with my wife and knew that I went upstairs to go check on my wife and child because she heard me. We spoke. And I sassed her about not being, like, she's supposed to be watching. She knew exactly where I was. Good morning, Chicano. How are you today? And it proves to me that she wasn't paying any attention because I said before I left, I am going to be right back. I'm going to go check on my wife and child because I'm so proud of my kid for reading without being told to. Sassy mother. This is actually great though. The tool that I just got access to at work is one of the tools that I was looking at for all of this. Doing good, woke up a little earlier, and now I'm cleaning and organizing a little bit. Hell yeah. It is early still for me. Morning, Anks. How are you, my friend? I'm so curious, like, who are morning people? Who are night people? Who does, like, at-home work? And who is like, what does everybody do? How has everybody... Fam, it's way too early. It's like I'm a night guy. Like, I'm happy being up until 4 o'clock in the morning. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad that I can be here and be a safe space for you night owls that have to be a person during the hours that the other team decided was going to be relevant. Inconsiderate of all of these morning people that are like, yeah, we're just going to start doing things now. No. The night's better. Like, the flip side of that is, it is, like, we do need our own society. Anks, are you also, and I mean Chicano, because you're not a morning person either. Have you also... I guess, like, it's 5 years ago now, so probably not currently, devastated by the shift from COVID to things not being open 24 hours or, like, closing at 10 o'clock at night. Back in the day, Jen and I were working together at a call center, and we worked the night shift. So we worked until midnight. And once COVID, like, 2-3 months into the lockdowns, everybody started closing, 10 o'clock. We genuinely couldn't even go to the store on days that we worked. Because we would always go right after work. And everything was closed. It's a shame. And my daughter also, like... she's a night person as well, which again is not really a surprise. Um, but right, like the 2-3 a.m. Walmart trips, like that was it. Like we HEB, we knew all the night staff because we were the only people. Yes, COVID, pandemic, all of it, horrible, horrendous. Yes, however, I agree with you. Um, that shift, like the fact that it made working from home a thing alone has been huge for me because of COVID and the massive shift to remote work. I've been able to be home with my child every day of her life. I have never had to go into an office since she was born, which is like, but COVID, and I remember being at Denny's around the same time, but COVID lifestyle is how I've been living my life, my whole life. Also, when I and a lot of others found streaming. Yeah, so like, so many people came out of that COVID while I'm home kind of era. And it like, the best thing that the COVID pandemic did, I think, was showcase that society could be different. Because, you know, even up until 2019, staying away from people, social distancing. Listen, my wife would, if she's still at her computer upstairs, I guarantee she would give you a big same on that. Stay away from people, social distance, don't come near me. Yeah. But yeah, it really, like, I feel like that's the positive side. Like, because even, again, 2019, people were still like, well, that's the way it is. You know, like, you want a job, you go into the office, and you do this, that, and the other. And it's like, but it doesn't have to be. And now many people embrace that. There's still the, you know, the CEOs that want their building that they bought and paid way too much money for to still be valuable. Exactly. And the only reason that we're switching back is because real estate values were dropping. A lot of thoughts on that one. It's not. Yes, I was actually thinking about that yesterday with the air quality and shit. I was thinking about how all the planes were grounded for so long that, like, birds were moving back into other areas, and the weather was a little bit more stable, and we weren't polluting. And, like, it was so nice. Do you remember the pictures of, was it Venice, where dolphins had come back into the canals of Venice? It's just like, God, I miss the fact that we were dedicated as a society to, like, staying within our communities and not going everywhere and doing everything. Like, it just, like, oh God, community involvement is so important. Like, being around and being with people is just very, very, very important to me. But yeah, the only reason that return to office is fucking happening is because real estate values were tanking. Because, like, who needs a high rise? Who needs a high rise? No one. I learned how to make music, like, right before COVID took over, 2020, January, February, usually 12 to 4 a.m. It was so calming. Listening to the just recently released The Time Circles by Mac Miller as his posthumous album. Nice. What do you cook? Wait, you learned how to make music right before... I don't know. I saw something in there about cooking, and I don't know where that came from. But clearly my eyes don't work. I am stoked that you learned to make music right before COVID, and you had something to do during lot. Yeah, I mean, that might be where I went with that. Let the man cook. Fair. And you do. You're fucking good at it, too. We found out that we were pregnant, like, right before COVID. And, like, it was actually on my birthday, January 24th of 2020. And then COVID started spiking, and I looked at our boss, because we were on the same team, and like outbreaks were happening in the US, and nobody knew it was happening, nobody knew what was going on, and my boss was bitching about Jen not coming into the office, and I literally looked at her and I was like, I don't really give a fuck what you think on this, but if you think that working for this company and coming in to do customer support is more important than taking care of, the fact, and I told her privately because we didn't announce it at the time, I was like, taking care of the fact that she is now growing a human inside of her and risking that, like, you're insane. And my boss was like, yeah, no, that makes sense. That's fair. I was like, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad that my wife can keep her job. And then, like, 2 days later, the company announced work from home, which was fantastic. I have to keep checking my calendar because I've got some meetings this afternoon, but what does this mean? Active profiles. I don't know what that means. But yeah, I gotta, like, I keep checking to be like, okay, is I? If you come to my evening streams, like Chicano, you're here a bunch, so like you can attest to this. I'm not this stupid at night. I promise. Good Lord. Let's switch to chopping. Let's get my attack level up so that I can get a better weapon. Orange Bleat was all sad that I didn't have an axe, so I gotta go get an axe. But I might as well get up to 20. My brain doesn't turn on fully until, yes. Like, I haven't even, as you can see, I haven't even, like, had a whole cigar yet. It's just like, what's going on? Yeah, right? Like, conversations are hard. Thoughts. It's insane. I might have to start, like, singing before, because that's part of the problem, is that, like, my jaw muscles just aren't warmed up yet, because I haven't had to, like, talk to anybody. You guys are the first people I'm talking to today. Lucky you. But yeah, this account that I just got access to is like, you've used 35% of your stuff for this month, and I'm like, but we don't have a membership, and 35 is a weird percentage to have, because, like, I'm not seeing anything having been used on this. It's for real. Like, my jaw, my tongue, they're just like anything else. If I was gonna go jogging, I'm gonna pull my fucking jaw at this point. So I am putting together an email, like, marketing system, essentially, for myself, opt-in, to get people who have Amazon Prime accounts but don't do Twitch to make a Twitch account and subscribe to my channel using their Prime, right? This was a plan hatched when I was unemployed, but also, like, there's no reason to not do it now. So I'm gonna put together, like, video walkthroughs and teach people how to do all of the things and how to turn off their notifications and whatever, and then email them once a month to be like, hey, go use your Twitch Prime subscription. But one of the programs I was looking at for doing the email automation and the marketing and everything, I now have access to for the job. And it's nice that I'll be able to play with that and see how it is without having to spend my own money on it, which is fantastic. Honestly, it was one of the weaker ones, what I was looking at. I don't need much. Because this is going to be obviously double opt-in. Like, you have to click the button in your email inbox to say, like, yes, I want the things. And only sending one email a month to say, hey, go use your Twitch Prime subscription. Maybe a second, like, as a follow-up. But the problem is, if you do a follow-up, then with the way that the Twitch Prime subscription works, if they did it on like the 22nd and I'm normally sending it on the 15th, right? Like, I send an email on the 15th and they don't do it, and then I send a follow-up email on the 22nd, and they're like, oh yeah, click on that. Then the next month when I send the one on the 15th, they won't be able to use their Prime sub because it won't be up yet. So like once a month is probably just going to be it. I send one email a month. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm very curious on this. Oh, that's what I was saying. The brain obviously doesn't work either. Most email marketing tools are like pretty good about giving you a shitload of emails a month, right? Like, they give pretty good value for money on amount of emails you can send in a month. But the problem is that they limit your contacts, and which is smart because they don't want to be abused, right? They don't want to go in and be utilized for spam or attacks or whatever, right? So they're limiting the amount of people that you can send emails to like 1,500 people. However, you can send 100,000 emails a month. Like, I need the opposite. I need less emails per month, but more contacts, so that I have a wider spread of people that I can reach out to and you know, stay in contact with. And I found one. I don't remember what it is right now. But I did find a provider that did that allowed you to have unlimited contacts, and it was only like $40 a month if you pay month to month, which was really nice. This one I remember being expensive and doing a lot of things that I wouldn't have needed. This tool feels more like it's a sales conversion platform that's got like a CRM email marketing thing kind of bolted onto it, versus like, if ISPs and providers weren't gonna yell at me, like, I could probably find stock code to build a like Linux server that ran in my house to do what I needed to do. But because I'm not a known entity, ISPs would start being like, whoa, why are you sending out 1,000 emails a month? Why don't you mind your own business? I'm currently working on getting my my attack up so that I can get a better weapon. Well, yeah, obviously. Great. Fantastic. Somebody send me a coffee. I prefer lighter roasts. And I mean like a somebody send me brewed coffee. Like not I'll take coffee beans too, but like right now light roast typically should have more caffeine. It also has way more dynamic flavor profile. You're going to get a lot more subtle notes about the coffee, where it was grown, a lot of those things. Whereas the dark roast, the darker you roast, the more you're getting just roast flavor, and it's not super interesting to me. I think it also gets oilier, but I like, lighter, delicate, on the scale of coffee, more tea-y kind of coffee flavor profiles, as opposed to the dark shit. I'm very, very interested. So, like, down when we lived in Austin, there was a coffee, like a nice specialty coffee place every 74 feet, right? Like, it was a very hipster town. People got very serious about their coffee. There were several roasters in the area. Up here, you've got Starbucks. And I really want to start exploring espresso, because I hate espresso, but I hate espresso because most people, like most places I ever would have gone to get espresso, were doing like an espresso roast, which is super dark and consistent, but it doesn't actually taste very good. But because of James Hoffman, who is a fantastic coffee creator, if you don't know him, wonderful British man that is just a delight, just giggly delighted about coffee. Highly recommend checking out his content. But he enlightened me to the fact, not personally, through his content, he enlightened me to the fact that you can make espresso out of light roast coffee, and that's very interesting to me. Nobody around here is doing that, unless you go like into the city proper, but like that's a lot to do to just get some coffee. It would genuinely probably be cheaper for me to get a decent espresso machine and start figuring that out myself. But yeah, if you like light roast, check out the Portland Coffee Roasters Guatemala. It is my favorite coffee I have ever had, but I don't have a ton of experience with coffee. It's not the best tasting coffee I've ever had. That was probably the twin engine. It was like Oso de Miel. It was the Honey Bear. But that's like super small production. It was a rare thing, yada yada. But the Portland Coffee Roasters Guatemala is just a fantastic cup of coffee. It's not bad on price either. I gotta keep clicking on cows, y'all. I start writing an email. See that, like, the co-work thing is interesting. Oh yeah, I saw Anks, I'll need to catch the tail end of that Warehouse Packer game stream of yours. Never got to see what your boss did when you ran out of time. I was actually lurking on that a bunch too, and it looked super fun. But Valencia, I saw that you were there, and I appreciate you hanging out so long in Anks' stream, because that makes me happy that, you know, my community shows up and shows out. Light Road, yes, 100%. Haven't been yet. Oh, nice. I appreciate it. Thank you. Because yeah, I am doing some of the same thing. Oh, so like for those that stream out there, I am trying to get the stream 25 days out of the past 30 achievement, so that's done, and I never have to like think about it or be concerned about it again. And I found out that they judge the day based on Greenwich Mean Time, which means that it turns to tomorrow at 7 p.m. for me. So I might do a double stream today to kind of get ahead on that. But I was going to stream last night, and it was like 8 o'clock, and I was like, well, it doesn't it doesn't really matter. I can just stream tomorrow before 7 and it would be fine. So that's what I did. Attack the cow. I'm starting to like get it. I'm starting to like, and I'm pointing over there. I don't know why. It's over here. I'm starting to get it of like hearing when I stop swinging my sword and hitting a cow. So I'm like, oh, let's go click on the thing. Done. And go back. See? I said that and then looked away and then killed the cow and I was like, well, I was just over there. Nope, gotta go back and click the cow again. Leveling aggressive combat stance? Yes. No, not aggressive. Aggressive is strength. I'm on accurate. So, oh, yes. So, I am grinding XP. Have you played RuneScape before, Anks? I'm working on attack right now, which is this guy, which lets me use better weapons. So much of this game is grindy. It's pseudo idle, which I really love. So attack does these things. Your attack level is used to determine how likely you are to hit your target. Higher attack will give you a better chance to hit. Additionally, a higher attack level will allow you to wield more powerful weapons. A weapon with a higher attack bonus will give you more accuracy in combat. And then you've got the attack styles. I like what another player said, have this game as a filler, focus your attention on games that reward the player more. See, super fair approach, 1000%. With this being my second MMO, and my first was The Realm that my mother also paid for, because I think it was Auntie Sharon, played that back in the day, and got me into it. Like, this is such a rewarding, like, I love RuneScape, and I played it alone for several hundred hours in recent memory, and I'm just glad that I get to share it with you guys. So, as you level up, then you can use bronze, iron, from start, and then steel at 5, black at 10. Members can get white at 10 as well, then mithril, adamant, and rune is the best that you can do as a free player. So I am just leveling up, and then, it goes up and up and up and up and up. And there's eventually salamanders. No idea what those do. And then there's some armor that you need to have 40, like you need to have certain level in your other stats to do. So I'm trying to get back up to 40. I recently played through a bunch of RuneScape and leveled up on a personal account, and bought like some really high-end free-to-play armor on that account. So I'm trying to get myself back up to those levels so that I can then just give myself that armor, as opposed to making you guys watch me farm all of that money again, and I can then move on to something a little bit more engaging and exciting. There's also quests, and I've got to do quests. However, the quests are like, okay, I can start by talking to Eris in her tent in Varick Square, and that's on the map, and it shows me where that is, right? That's a lot more engaged than this. So for like the co-working thing, this is fantastic for me. Yeah, I move quick. My goal is always to get to 500 pretty much as fast as possible. The reason being is that there are free servers that are limited to players with a skill level 500 or higher. And then there's one for skill level 750 or higher. And I hate if I'm trying to do something. So I did this in WoW all the time. I got the insane achievement in WoW. And I have 100 reps. Like years ago, Legion, I got 100 reps up to Exalted. I love it. The problem is that a lot of that time you have to farm old content, and Blizzard in their infinite wisdom are like, more people around you is more fun. So it forces those weird, like the people that are doing weird things like the insane and pursuing random ancient factions, it now forces them all together. So the farming of it is always competitive on a thing that shouldn't be. And that's pushed me in a direction where I'm just like, I don't want other people around if I'm farming a thing. So I like being able to have access to servers that are high, like, level requirement. Especially on free-to-play world, because, like, for wood cutting, at level 45, you get the ability to cut maple trees, and I think there are only 2 maple trees in all of the free world. So you can see here the kind of trees that you can cut down. Willow trees. Right now I can do oak trees, then willow trees, and then maple trees at 45. But there are very few. Very, very few maple trees. I'm sure it is. Not I'm sure it is. I've done it before, and it's a shift. It's a huge shift. good that you accepted the phone call. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So we're set for today. Oh, I didn't finish talking about this earlier. We were talking about coffee. I love Dunkin' coffee. Now, Dunkin' coffee is not fantastic, high-end, great coffee. However, what Dunkin' coffee is borderline idyllic, donut shop, dinery coffee. And I love it. Makes me, like, it's not refined and, whatever, but it is the workhorse of coffees, and it gets the job done. Windfall just texted me and was like, how is coffee and emails? Because that's what my go live alert was. And it's nice. I assume he's like popping in and out as he do things. But yeah, it's interesting juggling all of it. Definitely doable. It would be weird if shit hit the fan. Like, not like, oh man, it'd be so weird if like shit hit the fan right now, but like it would be a weirder transition if things just kind of like went sideways at work. But they shouldn't. They shouldn't. But yeah, the fact that this game allows you to go so pseudo-idle when you need to, and then have much more active gameplay when you're able to, is what made it a compelling concept for me to do daytime streams on. Because also, I love this. I love streaming. I love being able to chit-chat with people and, hear about people's lives and days and, all of it. This is just very fun for me. So the more that I can kind of like slide this into other parts of my life to where I can like do stuff with it, the better. 10 out of 10. This is very nice that I'm able to kind of add that on. I did start narrating work. I don't know if that ever came through. Narrating work while trying, and I don't know if I said this or if I just said it in my head, but it's a thought that I had 5 minutes ago. I started narrating work while being vague and like not saying names and trying to protect the information and stuff. Interesting. I did not know that. I've never tried to switch screens while doing stuff. Like if I had it up on my phone or anything, it was always my sole focus. Super fair. Super fair. I could be picking up bones to get my prayer XP up. And I probably should, but also, you know how that goes? It was just like, you know what? Like, that's just not what I'm doing right now. Does anybody here like video essays on the YouTubes? Should I play through Tomba tonight? Orange Bleed, are you going to be... If I stream in the evening, you're going to be around later? Tomorrow's date night. Do you have anything planned? I might try to pseudo speed run Tomba 2 tonight. Going to a Thai place with Raveman, then meeting up and riding with the group through the mountains before it gets dark. Nice. Just please don't drink at the Thai place. 8 hours, bottle the throttle. Gotcha. Okay, that I now understand. Do we talk about this? I'm looking to get into Honda Trail. Just to get me kind of like back into it. Because I haven't ridden in a long time. Before I get a Honda Trail, I'm going to get a new battery for my Piaggio. Yeah. Gonna gonna get a new battery for my Piaggio because like I have it and it does not currently function because I haven't needed it in almost 6 years. Is there an Explorer package for the Honda Trail? Let me do a Google. Oh my god, Honda, your website is so horrible. Yeah, the only accessories that Honda sells for the Trail are a center carrier, so you basically get like a water bottle holder for the center of your bike, and a front carrier, which is generous to call it a front carrier. But yeah, it's the Honda Trail 125. It's a real tiny one. It's real cute, and I love it. I want to get the 2024 because I really like the yellow. The 25 is red, and the 26 is going to be white, I think. But the yellow 24, and honestly, it doesn't matter because the bike is bare bones. So you can, if you have any reasonable like mechanical ability, you could tear the thing apart and put it back together. Not like tear down the engine without reasonable mechanical abilities, but as far as like taking it apart and putting it back together like a puzzle. So if I wanted to paint it, I could. Go full on branding and paint it Accidental Friends colors. I was trying to convince my motorcycle group to pay in on a 3D printer so that we could print a bunch of little dirt bikes. What kind of a 3D printer? Because, like, I have envisioned two things. Either tiny little... Also, my little sister got me this from Ren Fair. And, like, it's just a cheap little laser cut piece of, like, MDF, right? But, like, I love it. There's 5 fucks to give, and once you give them out, you can be like, sorry, I'm out of fucks to give. But yeah, I was thinking, like this size nylon printer. Like, so would they be tiny, like, or would these be functional? Because that was the other thing I was thinking, was like, this is something you could house in your garage that would, like, 3D print a frame strong and large enough to actually be a tiny dirt bike. That's dope. Nice. The trail is like the size up from the Grom. And if you look at the trail's Reddit page, it's like 40% of the posts are, I am 6'9" and 270 pounds. Could I ride a trail? And everybody's like, you could ride a trail. Everybody could ride a trail. Trail's super comfortable bike for everyone. Which I love. Now I have to check. Yeah. Cool. So that'll tell me 10 minutes before. I work on the East Coast, so I have to always double check and be like, wait, was that Am I in East Coast time on my calendar, or am I in Central time on my calendar? Everything looks like it's Central. We're good. Yeah, once you can actually like make it, like that upfront cost is everything. After that, it's basically free, which I fucking love. Which is part of the issue. Like, Amazon Prime subs are free, but the upfront cost of like putting together all of the stuff to make it happen, that's where it gets to be a pain in the ass. Yeah, for sure. Like, especially because if you sell the whole thing for $800, like, anybody would be like, yeah, $800 for yeah, absolutely. That's not bad at all. And $500 for that amount of filament is a great return on investment. And then, once it's paid for, you can start doing them for a lot cheaper. Because that's how it should fucking work. Once the equipment is paid for, you should do things for less money. What I was going to say earlier, what I was trying to say, whatever, earlier, was H Bomber Guy updated his Patreon, and there should be a video coming soon. So if you like video essays and you like H Bomber Guy, go check out his Patreon. I am probably going to watch that this afternoon. It's 35 minutes, the first 35 minutes of the next video that he's working on, I think. There's also other great content on there. If you like H Bomber Guy specifically and don't just like video essays, back in the winter of this past year, he and his editor came to the U.S. I think his editor's from the U.S., but they were in the U.S. and he did 3 hours worth of trying every Oreo flavored thing, every Oreo branded product, and every product doing a collab with Oreo flavoring. And it was very fun, but it's not a video essay. It's like, I like H-Bomb and want H-Bomb content. I hate getting these cigars from Benny's. They always smoke like shit. Like, it's not smoking like shit, it's just not smoking as well as I want it to. Let's just... Hell yeah. Oh hey, 20. So let's go back to Adventurer John at this point. Get a better weapon. No. Go down there. Thank you. My god. I forget that it auto zooms back in on the fucking mini-map every time. Aggravating. I think my family is leaving. Hold on.
Bye.
Oh, I just hit the mic. I'm sorry for that. I love you.
Good.
Say have a good day, everyone.
Have a good day, everyone.
I love you, baby.
Who's on stream too?
Nobody that you know. Well, Gamma is. So I don't know if Gamma still hears us, but Gamma is there. So you want to say hi to Gamma?
Hi, Gamma.
Yeah, good job. Oh, look.
Hi, Daddy.
Who are you dressed as?
Jasmine.
And then Valencia said, "Thanks, Addie."
Whoa.
Right?
Oh, birthday too. Jasmine. How'd you guess?
I don't know. She must just be super smart.
Yeah, maybe she watched it on a movie.
She probably has watched the movie,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Have fun, baby.
You too.
I love you. Mwah. Where's Mama? Is she outside already? Oh no, she's right there. I'll just sit back. And we're back, y'all. And we're back. Let's see. What happened while I was gone? Keep me posted. What do we do? Is that gonna go in there? Is that gonna be okay? My lovely wife left me lurked. Weapons, master, and I got a mithril sword and a mithril chain body. Show paths. So those are done. Ridiculous that members get money. Now time to put these on. Oh, I want to keep the black longsword. I'll sell the steel chain body though. I need more emotes. I need to make more emotes. No, I want trading. Okay, great. It didn't tell me that I was going to. Great. What do you buy that for? 384 coins. 0 coins, but I can sell it to the thing for a lot more than that. Actually, no. Let's just go here. Let's just go over here. We're going to go back. Back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. We're just making a beeline, like I said, for 40 defense. Because if I have 40 defense, I can wear rune armor, which is the best armor that I can access in the free-to-play game for most things. And that will be very helpful, because it's kind of a set and forget thing at that point. If I'm gonna do these morning streams, I gotta get some like a coffee emote of some sort. Maybe a little French press, because that's how I make my coffee. A little French press emote. Coffee cup emote. I gotta get with Cookie, because Cookie makes pottery, because his name is Cookie Jar Pottery. We talked about making an axe mug, which would be fun. I also like, I don't know his name is Milo. He just did, like, he's being recommended to people right now because he did a big video essay, 4 parts I think, 2 of which are out. On scams and shit like that. In YouTuber that sells supplements. It's a whole thing. It's more interesting than it sounds. But he made a good point. He's selling merch, like shirts and all of it. But the merch doesn't explicitly have just like his logo on it, so you can support the creator and support him in, like, as a creator, but not just be a walking billboard with a YouTuber's logo splattered across him. And I was like, that's a really good point and idea. Like, I like that quite a bit. See how much faster it's going now? Because I'm hitting for 2 damage a lot more frequently. I gotta see if I can export that as in CSV. This looks old now. Not like, it's interesting coming into a company and being like, okay, this data is like all from a while ago. So I wonder how it relates to the data that I already had. We also saw a bunch of AC stuff, like AC units. What do you want, Freaky Forester? Hey, Accidental. Can you come help me with some pheasants? Sure. Hey there. Can you kill the 2-tailed pheasant, please? Bring me the raw pheasant when you're done. Is this it? Thanks. Lederhosen hat. Ooh. Neat. A hat with goat's hair attached. Okay. Apparently this is not sellable. Dr. Diggity Dank is live. I know who we're raiding out to. I never get to... What do I want to call him? I never get to raid out to the Triple D? To the Doctor? The Dankmeister? What do we want to call him? Oh, Mom, you can experience a raid. You're never here late enough to experience a raid. I don't have a raid message yet. Usually when a streamer raids out to somebody else, their community will like copy and paste a raid message. So it'd be like X raid, and they'll have like mad emotes and stuff and like shit like that. I don't have one. I should, but I don't. We're not doing that right now. I'm also curious if that... It said it snoozed for 5 minutes. So I'm wondering if I waited... Because it gives me a 5-minute counter to be like, hey, there's an ad gonna happen in 5 minutes. I wonder if I wait the 5 minutes, if then I get like 10 minutes of time. I don't know. Yeah, I think we're gonna raid out when I hit like 2 hours. That'll be a good morning stream, I think. I got like 20 levels too, which is fantastic. I really appreciate y'all being here. It means a lot that you guys are able to, like, interested in coming to see and lurk and listen and follow and all of those things, and I'm glad that I can give the space for non-morning people to come together. And it's interesting too that because it's GMT, every other day if I do 2 streams, that will count for every day of the week. Like a morning stream and an evening stream, that'll give me both. So it ends up being less streams per week that I need to get every day, something like that. There's somehow like 6 equals 7, something like that. Don't ask me, I'm a doctor, not a physicist. Looks like we're gonna finish killing this cow and then head out. Fantastic. Right at 2 hours. Thank you so much, everybody. I will see you again this evening. Let's log out. And then we're going to go and raid over to our friend, Dr. Diggity Dink. He's not really up yet. He's still in his startup. Oh, 30 seconds. Okay, we're going to wait the 30 seconds. And the second that he's up, I'm going to go on in. Oh, we're starting. Thank you guys so much again for being here. I really, really appreciate it. If you're around this evening, I will see you this evening when I stream again, because I am planning to do, like I said, a second one today after 7 p.m. my time. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna go on over and raid our friend Dr. Diggity Dank. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys again soon. Hopefully this was fun for you. Please let me know what you guys thought. But I love you guys. See you soon.